Hello.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday.
Thanks for joining us. We'll get started with the show pretty soon.
Hope everyone is had a great week and is enjoying the start to their weekend. Let's see who we've got here. Nathan was in. He was in last night. He's been hanging out just to say what's up.
Hey, Nathan. Casey.
Casey, we are mostly human. No guarantees, but mostly.
I've been
And
told.
of course, we've got Blossom and Terry. Hello,
Hey,
welcome. Um, So
it's
hope everyone out there had a pleasant week.
it's going to be in the 80s today in
Yeah,
Orlando.
it's warm. It's been really cold. Hey, John Self. Hello. Back home after his trip. I got to meet up with John early on in his trip. He Man, if you are looking for updates on prices for food at Universal, make sure you follow John on Twitter because he is taking pictures of every popcorn stand every day. Daryl, ooh, -7
Wow.
Celsius. That is chilly.
Celsius.
All right, we
Mm.
won't tell you. See, 80 degrees in Fahrenheit is like 30, 32, 33 Celsius, something like that. I don't know. I can never remember the conversion. Um, and Brian, 90s tomorrow for the Super Bowl. No air conditioning inside SoFi. Well, there's air conditioning inside my house, so it will be on in the honestly, it'll be on in the background maybe. I'll pause my work for commercials. I do you care much about who wins the game?
I'm rooting for the Bengals just
All
because I'm
right,
from Ohio. So,
gotcha,
but
gotcha.
I'm not a big fan.
All right, and Daryl, yeah, it's about 32, 34 Celsius. Yep. And ways. Hey, yes, everyone. Tomorrow, I don't know if we can say those words. We have to call it the superb
we're,
owl.
we're saying it.
The,
It's Super
the
Bowl.
superb owl. All right. Well, we've got a few people here, so maybe we should get this show on the road, huh?
I'm
What do
ready.
you say? All right. I'm gonna try really hard not to mess up the recording for this intro. Uh, let's give it a shot.
Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding.
Welcome to the Attractions Podcast. You are all clear for dispatch. Have fun.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 126 of the Attractions Podcast, sponsored by Destinations with Character Travel. I'm Seth.
And I'm Matt.
And we are here to talk to you about the latest and greatest in theme park news and more, as well as what's going on in our own lives. So, Matt, the two of us have had quite an exciting week together since the last time we recorded, huh?
Yeah, we headed over to Busch Gardens and got to hop on Iron Gwazi, which was an awesome
You can
coaster.
you can see my hair is still kind of not recovered.
You can watch a video of us riding on our YouTube channel.
We
If
got a
you,
couple cool videos. We
yeah,
got one that's a tiny planet video. That thing makes my brain bend. The way it takes that 360-degree video. You can also see a 360 video. So I guess if you've got a VR headset, you could watch that and turn all the way around.
yeah, you can also watch with your phone and move it
Yeah,
around and
yeah.
see behind you, in front of you. But it was an awesome ride. I know you loved it as well.
I did. I am still debating whether I like Velocicoaster or Iron Gwazi better. I think Iron Gwazi is probably just more intense uh, as a pure roller coaster. As a themed attraction, Velocicoaster still wins because it's
Yeah,
got the
definitely.
queue and the characters and everything. But man, Iron Gwazi took what was my least favorite roller coaster in Florida and made it
Yep.
maybe into my favorite. So
Yeah, I
good
think
job,
so.
Bush. Yeah.
The old Iron Gwazi was so rough, and they brought some new cars in and tried to make it smoother. It didn't work, but this definitely fixes it. This is awesome.
Yep. All right. So, without any further ado, let's get into the news. First up is some somewhat breaking news. Starting today, as we're recording this, Saturday, February 12th, Face masks are no longer required for guests indoors at Universal Orlando Resort. This also
Yeah.
applies to team members. Previously, face masks were optional outdoors, but you were required to wear them as soon as you got into a queue or walked into a building. Now they are optional for everyone. They are still strongly encouraged if you are not vaccinated. But as always, Universal Orlando is not checking vaccine cards. Nothing has changed right now at Disney or SeaWorld or the California parks for right now. But this is a first major domino in Orlando, at least for dropping those mask requirements.
Yeah, they and I believe the wording is kind of that vaccinated people are supposed to wear them inside, but of course, like you said,
Yes.
nobody's checking it. And they're kind of following along with many states who are dropping back on their mask mandates, even though the CDC has not really changed anything as far as their stance yet.
No, yeah, I believe that the president's going to be talking about this in the next couple days. There is kind of a conflict now between a lot of states, including states with Democratic governors, relaxing requirements ahead of the CDC making those changes. As always, if you feel more comfortable wearing a face mask, go right ahead and continue doing it. Whether you're an employee or a guest, that is perfectly okay if you want to keep yours on. But if you choose not to anymore, they're no longer enforcing it. So keep that in mind if you're planning a trip.
Yep, I see some people are happy about it, and some people are not happy
Yep.
about it.
Anything regarding face masks
Yeah.
is going to cause a lot of controversy right now. So just make yourself informed of what the policies are before you visit a park.
Yep.
Next up, this is something that I am excited to see myself. I've got an upcoming trip to Las Vegas where I'll be staying at Resorts World, which is lighting up the Las Vegas Strip with a new multimedia spectacular called Glow. It plays out across the new Resorts World Las Vegas resorts buildings with LED lights, and it's tens of thousands of square feet of LED screens, a giant 50-foot diameter LED globe, and they're going to be doing 10 different shows during the day, and during the evening, and then 5 interstitial visuals in between. It's going to run every hour on the hour from noon until 1 a.m.
Yeah, I believe one of the things says a feline-led psychedelic trip into space. So a space cat, essentially.
Space cats, yes, along with surrealist dances, glittering emerald jungles, and a bioluminescent ocean. This is a totally free show that anyone on the Strip will be able to see, and that's something that's been going away on the Strip. We lost the Treasure Island pirate battle years ago. The famous Mirage volcano is going to get demolished and turned into a hard rock guitar. So basically, you've got the Bellagio fountains given a free show, and now a little further north, you've got Resorts World, and then I guess you can go to Fremont Street if you want to go downtown and see the dome that they have there. But I'm looking forward to checking this out. The projections are done by Moment Factory, and I believe they may have done some projection mapping work in some of the local theme parks in the past. So they do good work. They do good work.
Yeah, and the Globe sounds interesting. I think it's going to have some separate shows, I think it said, and it's going to be the Globe part is indoors, so you can check
so you'll be able, whether you're outdoors or indoors, you'll be able to catch this.
Yep.
Next, heading over to Dollywood, where the Dollywood company is now offering free tuition for all employees. This is both the Dollywood company, which runs the Dollywood theme park, and the Hershend Enterprises. Together, they are going to offer free tuition and cover fees and books for employees who want to further their education through their Grow You program, which launches on February 24th. This applies to people who are working at Dollywood Parks, Silver Dollar City in Missouri, Adventure Aquarium in New Jersey, Newport Aquarium in Kentucky, and Wild Adventures in Georgia. This is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and that's kind of following Disney's lead and other companies as well. But in theme park industry, Disney also is giving free tuition to all their cast members. So that's great to see.
One of the cool things is this is for both part-time and full-time people,
That's
and
nice.
this applies from day one. You don't have to wait a certain number of months before this kicks in. The thing to keep in mind, though, this is not this is not going to pay off your tuition from Harvard. This is not going to take you to any school you want to go to anywhere in the world. This is through their Grow You program, which I believe has more than 100 different diplomas that they offer with 30 different learning partners. So you have to look into the programs that they offer, the courses, the schools that participate in this ahead of time. But they're also offering additional partial funding of up to $5,250 per year for 150 other programs. So, before you sign up for your classes, make sure you go through the system and make sure it's eligible.
Yeah, and those 150 other programs are ones that directly relate to theme park industry, hospitality, engineering,
Yep.
Art and design, and human resources.
Yep.
So if you want to stick with what you can learn and would help you in your job at the theme park, they're going to help you out a little bit more too. So
Yep. So if you think this is a career path for you, go and check out dollywoodjobs.com. Holiday World is launching a new drone show called Holidays in the Sky. Holiday World Splash and Safari is going to celebrate the major holidays of Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and the 4th of July with an all-new drone show that they're calling Holidays in the Sky. It's first going to run from June 18th through July 31st. And this takes place in Santa Claus, Indiana, featuring 300 LED lit drones that are going to form pictures in the air representing major U.S. holidays.
yeah, it sounds really cool. I haven't been to Holiday World, and this sounds like a good time to go. The drone shows I've seen, I've seen some that aren't so great and some that are great, but it's been years since they did the one at Disney Springs, and that one on some nights it would look awesome, some nights it wouldn't. But
Yep.
I assume technology's probably gotten a little bit better since then. So have you been to that park?
I have never been, but I've heard great things about it, especially the roller coasters.
Yeah.
So someday I'll make a tour through the Midwest, and that will be on the list. But if you want to see Santa Claus and his reindeer flying through the air, the show lasts about 15 minutes. It's gonna start about half an hour after the park closes on nights when it closes at 8 p.m. or right at park closing on those 9 p.m. nights. And there's going to be a preview for Platinum season pass holders on June 19th.
Yeah, no, June 17th, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. June
Yep.
17th. I can't read.
That's all right.
I don't have my glasses on. Heading over to Disney California Adventure, the Food and Wine Festival is returning on March 4th, which makes me really happy that I am heading out there on March 8th, just in time. It's going to run through April 26th. And they are bringing back the food booths, dozen festival marketplaces showcasing food and flavor of the Golden State with a Disney twist. I've obviously been to the Epcot food festivals many times. The one in California Adventure is a lot smaller, but I actually kind of like it even better. Some really creative food. This year they're highlighting a carbonara garlic mac and cheese, petite, avocado burger, and a caramel pecan chocolate Mickey macaroon. All of them sound delicious. And one thing that they offer in California that you can't get in Epcot is a sip and savor pass, which lets you prepay for 8 different food or non-alcoholic beverages from the marketplaces, and you can save some money doing that.
Yeah, I think I've gone to this once. I remember a food festival in the park. It must have been this one. And yeah, I like that they had a lot of different foods than what you would find at Epcot. And of course, it being California, a lot more healthy foods than we have here. But I'm jealous that you're going to get to check it out. Oh, and then the big thing of it.
Big news, yes. That's the thing that I'm looking forward to most is the return of Soarin' over California. Hopefully, this is going to be a permanent part now of the food festival they do there. soaring over the world, or soaring around the world, sorry, is great with the CGI animals and the bent Eiffel Tower and all.
Yeah.
But there's nothing quite like the original Soarin' over California with the smell of oranges, and it is returning to Disney California Adventure only. Sorry, Epcot, just starting on March 4th for a limited time only. So go out there and get your flight over the Golden Gate Bridge once again.
And they've brought this back before, and it's
Mhm.
gone away, and now it's coming back again. I wish, like you said, they just leave it permanently. It makes more sense in California.
Yep.
People can go see them both. I prefer the original, and I'm jealous of that too. I'd like to go out and ride that again.
And of course, there's also going to be live entertainment. You're going to get to see Chef Goofy, along with Chip and Dale and the Jammin' Chefs, who you might be familiar with, similar show in Epcot. And there's going to be a limited time experience called Alice's Wonderland Bakery Unbirthday Party. That young chefs aged 3 through 11 can participate in a hands-on cupcake decorating experience. Space is limited, and you've got to sign up at least 45 minutes ahead of time for that one. There's a whole lineup of chefs giving culinary demonstrations, winemaker receptions, a lot of things that we haven't had these kind of mixology demonstrations at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival for a while. So it's nice to see them out at California Adventure. So once again, consult with Destinations with Character Travel if you want to plan a trip out there to California for the festival.
And you can head to our website for the story, and we have the full list of all the different classes and chefs and everything there.
Mardi Gras is bringing a French Quarter vibe to Fun Spot America. The Fun Spot America parks in Kissimmee and Orlando from right now through April 4th are celebrating Mardi Gras with a kid-friendly parade, themed food, and family fun photo spots. We've got plenty of Mardi Gras options inside the theme parks, but if you don't want to pay for parking and admission at a theme park, you can get a little taste of the Big Easy by heading to one of the Fun Spot parks where the admission is free. They're selling Bayou Bites and Nolans Spirits to get you in the mood. And on Saturdays, from now through April 4th, there is a French Quarter inspired parade that's for free every day in the park. I'm sorry, every Saturday in the park.
And I haven't seen the parade, but I don't think you're going to have any floats or anything. I think it's just going to be guests throwing beads.
It's just going to be some folks in costumes walking around. But you can grab some beads, pick up some gator bites, and take a ride on one of the roller coasters while you're at it.
Yeah, I stopped by yesterday, and the decorations are up. I went in the middle of the day. I guess it was later afternoon, like 2 or 3 o'clock. And really, the only thing to do during the day was the photo ops. And there was a couple of the foods. A lot of the food booths are still closed. So if you really want to experience this, I'm going to say go on a Saturday or go in the evening when they have more open.
Yep. You can get more information by going to fun-spot.com. And out in San Diego, Sesame Place is opening on March 26th. We got a little photo preview of the brand new park. It is an all-new theme park devoted to Sesame Street, and it is the first one out on the West Coast. There is one that's been for many years in Pennsylvania, in Langhorne. I grew up going to there. This one very closely resembles the Sesame Street area in here in SeaWorld Orlando. Very similar streets and kind of kiddie rides, a little family-friendly coaster, and some flat rides. But in addition to the Sesame Street neighborhood and those rides, they've also got a full water park with splash pads and slides. So be sure to pack the bathing suit for this one.
Yeah, I believe this was the Aquatica Park, and they kind of redid it and rethemed it. So you'll have a lot of those same slides with new themes, Sesame Street themes, and then like you said, a lot of the rides. Some of them are, I think Grover's Coaster is pretty much a copy of the one we have in Orlando, and as well as the carousel.
Yeah, a lot of the very similar. Some of them have some slight retheme, but they're kind of classic carnival rides for kids. Kitty's first roller coaster. But what's really great about it is the detailing of the Sesame Street neighborhood, where the characters come out, and there's a lot of interactive things and stuff straight out of the TV show sets.
Yeah, I love it.
They're also going to be doing special events, including a Halloween spooktacular with the Count and a very furry Christmas with the monsters. So you might want to invest in an annual pass if you live out in the area.
Yep.
All right. Well, you can head on over to SeaWorld's website or read the story on our page for more details. Well, if you feel like you need a drink after listening to all that news, you can celebrate National Margarita Day at Margaritaville Resort Orlando. It's coming up from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on February 22nd, 2022. That's National Margarita Day. Apparently, Congress took some time to designate a National Margarita Day. And where better to celebrate it than Margaritaville Resort Orlando, where they're going to have live entertainment and, of course, free margaritas.
Yeah, if you haven't been to the Margaritaville Resort, I think it's Margaritaville Resort Orlando. It's kind of in Kissimmee. It's kind of off of 192 over behind Animal Kingdom. But it's a great resort, and they have a large lobby, and sounds like it'd be a good time to visit. And you're welcome to visit. You don't even have to be staying there. So
yeah.
And right down from the resort is the Sunset Plaza or something like that?
Sunset Walk Shopping District that's got a brand new slingshot that the two of us will be going out to see pretty soon.
Yep.
And they've got a water park adjacent to there, so there's a lot of stuff to do there. And on National Margarita Day, they're going to have fun activities for the whole family in the lobby, including free mini mango chili margaritas, plus stilt walkers and a scavenger hunt and live music. So put that on your calendar for the 22nd.
Including a Build a Buddy, not Build a Bear, but Build a Buddy.
Yep. And we're heading now over to the Tokyo Disney Resort, where their special spring events are going to begin on April 1st. Disney Easter is returning to Tokyo Disneyland, and from April 1st through June 30th, there are going to be spring events, including a modified version of, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Usatama on the Run, presented along the parade route in Tokyo Disneyland Park, featuring Disney friends and bunny-eared egg Usatama characters. They take their name from the Japanese words usagi for rabbit and tama for egg, so they're bunny eggs. In addition to that super adorable parade, you've also got related merchandise, menu items, and all sorts of ways to celebrate Easter around the resort.
Yeah, it also says they're having a Astro Hero Time, a limited time version of the Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters attraction, where riders can earn a high score by hitting certain targets. I gotta assume those are Easter related targets or something.
I think that if they shove bunnies and eggs into the Buzz Lightyear ride, that's absolutely brilliant. And I wish that they would do that to the Buzz Lightyear rides in our country. Someone needs to go and ride that and get some video of it. And,
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I'm sure TDR Explorer.
I'll have to talk to him and see if he has plans. I'm sure he does. But they always go all out for Easter, and they do some fabulous parades and characters and stuff.
Absolutely. And if you're over at Tokyo Disney Sea, you can enjoy colorful decorations and paintings inspired by springtime flowers and animals. That's from April 1st through June 30th in Mediterranean Harbor. And there's also special cherry blossom themed menu items at select restaurants. So call Destination Character Travel and see if they're booking trips to Tokyo.
I don't know. I don't think they're allowed to just yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, if you know someone with autism or another non-apparent disability, you might be interested in the Sunflower Lanyard program. This is a program at the Orlando International Airport that helps travelers self-identify that they might need a little additional support while passing through the airport. This started out in the UK and has now spread to Orlando's airport. And it's a colorful lanyard that lets the wearer identify that they have a hidden disability and they may need a little extra assistance. It alerts airport staff to keep an eye out for them. You can pick one up daily from 6 a.m. to 9:45 p.m. in the airport's main terminal on level 3. Just keep in mind that this is not going to let you skip the lines at TSA. This is not necessarily going to guarantee you fast pass treatment or anything like that. It just means that the staff will be aware that you might need a little extra help.
Yeah, and I think on the you can, if you want to, you can put down what your disability is, so the staff can see exactly what you might need help with.
Yep.
I think it's a great idea. I'm surprised it's just now making its way over here, but I assume it will spread to other airports as well.
And if you want more information about this, you can head over to orlandoairports.net. And if you need even more help than this navigating an airport, if you do need some help getting through security or preferential treatment, you should Google TSA Cares. That's a program that TSA has that's kind of like pre-check to help out people who have disabilities or special needs.
Yep.
All right, Merlin Entertainment is launching the next generation of Lego Discovery Centers. And you can tell they are next generation because they spell center the fancy British way. By the summer of 2022, Merlin Entertainments and the Lego Group will open a next generation Lego Discovery Center in Brussels, which is Belgium. That is in Europe. Previously these centers were Center CENTER, but now they are CENTRE. That's how you can tell the difference. They're still themed around Legos, but they have upgraded the technology to create 4 major attractions inside the center. There's a Lego Space digital creator where you can build a digital robot and fly it through a solar system. There's an Imagination Express train ride where you can use magical devices to score points on an interactive adventure. There's a special preschooler play area for kids under 5. And they're going to have master builders on hand to help kids in an interactive Lego creative workshop to build their own toys.
And besides the name change with Center, they are also changing it from Legoland Discovery Center to just Lego Discovery Center. And
you caught that. Change. I totally missed that. That's very good. Sorry.
So I assume that I think maybe people saw Legoland Discovery Centers and thought they were going to a Legoland, and this is really something a lot different than going to the theme park.
Yeah, I think maybe the expectation of Legoland was that it would have more in terms of rides, whereas it was more like a family entertainment center. But it does sound like they are upping their game in terms of the offerings. I'm especially curious to see what this Imagination Express train ride is like. It says it passes through a larger-than-life Lego world that goes from a bubble bath, dives down the plug hole, and plunges into a Lego-style ocean before launching into space. So I'm curious to see how they do all that in the context of an entertainment center.
I'm thinking it may not be a dark ride, but maybe some kind of VR or screen based. I'm guessing. And Daryl in our chat says it's also the fancy Canadian way to spell center. But
thank you.
I'm looking forward to checking one of these out. I assume that this is just the first of many, and that maybe some of the older Legoland Discovery Centers will get an upgrade at some point into this. I'm not sure. They don't say.
If you have one near you, go check out Lego Discovery Center, CNTRE.com for more information. Well, I believe we have come to the end of the news. But before we get into this week's main attraction, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor.
Here at Destinations with Character Travel, we offer the best experience with your travels. Need to visit the thrilling Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World? Maybe lounge about on a Disney cruise or any other major cruise line? No problem. So if you're looking for a stress and hassle-free vacation, visit us at www.destinationswithcharacter.com. Contact us today and let us plan a magical vacation for you and your family.
It's time for the main attraction.
Okay, for this week's main attraction, the National Museum of American History at the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. wants your Disney photos. The National Museum, or the Smithsonian, as a lot of people just refer to it, is best known for having artifacts like, the Star-Spangled Banner and Archie Bunker's chair, real icons of American history. But you and your family can be part of that collection because they are looking for photos from your family trips to Disneyland or Walt Disney World over the years. So if you want to join the 1.8 million artifacts in the museum, right alongside Abraham's Lincoln top hat and Dorothy's ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz, can be you and your family posing in front of Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella Castle. This is kind of neat. I don't think that they've ever done something like this related to a theme park before. But whether you are a family, a couple, an individual, doesn't matter your age, your ethnicity, they want your family snapshots. Matt, what do you think? Are you planning on donating anything to this collection?
Yeah, I think I will send some family photos just to see if we make it in. I can imagine they're going to get thousands and thousands of entries. I don't know how they're going to narrow it down, and I don't know what the display is going to look like. It's possible they, take one of those photos where they make a photo out of a bunch of tiny photos or something like that and highlight some. It'd be cool if they were able to use everyone's, but it's really cool. You can get to go to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. and possibly see yourself and a lot of familiar things for us theme park fans there.
Yeah, so they say the goal is to illustrate how guests experience the Disney parks. So whether you're riding on a ride or you're eating a snack or you're just sleeping in a stroller, they want to see that picture. If it's okay if it's not perfectly in focus or cropped, or if it's part of a collage or scrapbook, you can just take a photo of it. You can email to nmah-disneystories@si.edu. Just include a description of what was going on in the photograph, when and who, and your name, the way to contact you. You do have to have permission. If the photo is of yourself, that's fine. If the photo is of a child, you have to have that person's permission or their guardian's permission. And the same rule applies to Disney cast members.
Yeah, so if you've taken a photo with a cast member, you can't submit that, or they won't
Right.
use it because you don't have that cast member's permission, unless you're related to that cast member and
Right.
they've given you permission.
But just based on the number of clicks we had on this story, I think people are really interested in this.
Yeah, and just as somebody who has asked for photos before, every issue of our magazine, we have a section where we ask for photos. Try to send only your best, 5 photos or something. I wouldn't send them, hundreds and hundreds of photos. They're just going to look at a few and ignore the rest. So pick out your really best photos that you think would best represent what they're looking for and then submit those.
Well, if you head over to americanhistory.si.edu, they've got all the details on exactly what they want and the deadlines. So get moving. Go start digging through those scrapbooks. Okay. Well, I think that just about brings us to the end of another podcast. But before we say goodbye, we do have some listener thank yous to share. In case you don't know, Attractions Magazine has a 4-tier subscription plan. And if you choose either the club or VIP tiers, however, the VIP tier is not currently available. So club.
Sold out.
The week after you subscribe, you get a shout out from us here on the podcast. And this week, we are giving thanks to Jillian Roby, Betty Ann Jourdain, and Damon Wilder. Thank
Yay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you to you three for supporting us. And if you want to be cool like them and have your name shouted out, head on over to our website, where you can also pick up the winter issue.
I got
Winter
it this
issue is
time.
now out now. The feature story is about the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, and it's chock full of great stories and photographs.
And we also have a section in the magazine where we print everybody who's a club or VIP subscriber gets their name in the magazine as well.
If you always wanted to see your name in print without having to get arrested, this is your chance. All right, so before we go, I just want to thank once again our sponsor, Destination with Character Travel. And I want to remind everyone, please give us a review on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating on Spotify. If you want to find more coverage from us and Attractions Magazine on the interwebs, you can find me, Seth, at theunofficialguides.com, at the UG Series on Twitter, or at the Unofficial Guides on Instagram. And Matt, where can they find you and the magazine?
They can find the magazine at Attractions on Twitter and at Attractions on TikTok, at Attractions Magazine everywhere else, Facebook, YouTube. If you want to follow me personally, at Matt Boom on Twitter and at Attractions Matt on TikTok and Instagram.
All right, and until next week, I hope that you guys stay safe, try something new, but most importantly, have fun. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.